Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. Yes, Fear Season 7 is almost here, and the best way to watch it is on AMC+. Link in the description to sign up now and join in for this wild new season. So, at the end of Season 5, Morgan and friends were finally being forced to join the villainous Virginia's big Texas group. She's splitting them all up between her various settlements so they don't cause trouble, but the leader Morgan was too much of a threat. She shot him and left him for dead. But Morgan survives. Yeah, some mysterious person patched him up, although not very well. Virginia suspects he might have survived, so she sends this cool bounty hunter guy after him who has a sweet axe. Morgan's like, don't come any closer, I got a gun, but this dude's like, yo, Morgan, everyone in Texas knows you don't kill people. You literally made PSA videotapes about it. And yeah, Morgan's in no killing mode, so there's only so much he can do to this guy. Now Morgan makes a random friend who takes him to his secret settlement behind a dam. Yeah, there used to be a lake here, but it's all dried up, and Virginia doesn't know about it. The bounty hunter finds him though, and Morgan beats him with the stick, but it's like, hey man, I'll never stop coming after you. You're gonna have to kill me. And so Morgan has to break his vow of non-killing yet again, and chops this guy's head off. Yes, Morgan's entire character arc has been flip-flopping between kill everyone and don't kill anyone. Maybe there's a middle ground there, but now he's back in murder mode. He takes this guy's axe and actually grafts it onto a stick to make a sweet stick axe. In fact, he completely steals this guy's identity, puts on his clothes and takes his dog. And he gets Virginia on the radio like, Morgan Jones is dead. You're dealing with someone else now. That was a symbolic statement though. He doesn't actually change his name. Now, random guy had a pregnant wife and he died, but she gave birth and names the baby Morgan. So Morgan's got a new mission now to rescue his friends from Virginia and build a nice happy settlement here at Morgan's Hidden Valley. So Virginia's main settlement is Lawton. Alicia and Strand are being taken here for bad behavior. Also living here is Daniel Salazar, who claims to have amnesia, only remembers he's a barber, not that he's an ex-special forces killing machine. Long story short though, he's clearly faking. At the prison, Strand and Alicia make friends with this preteen, Dakota, who's got bangs just like Virginia's. In fact, she is Virginia's little sister who's run away from home because her sister's too controlling. More on her later. Anyway, their punishment is to kill a bunch of zombies, and pretty soon they're overwhelmed. But Strand grabs this guy like, hey, I know how you can help, and stabs him, then kicks him out there as walker bait. Strand, that's some hardcore Sheen Season 2 stuff right there. And now with the distraction, they gun the rest of them down. As a reward, Virginia promotes Strand to be one of her rangers, but where do Strand's true loyalties lie? Well, you know he loves playing both sides. Now, John Dorie, the gunslinger with the heart of gold, was also made a ranger, and he's got a pretty nice life here in Lawton. One sad thing, he misses his wife June. Yeah, remember they got married last season. But one night, another ranger winds up dead, and Virginia's like, case closed, it was an accident. John Dorie smells a cover-up though and investigates, finds the girl who's a real culprit, but turns out it was a double cover-up. This girl was just a scapegoat, and before John can crack the case, she's executed. But for solving the case, John is promoted even though justice wasn't served. And this reminds John of his father, who was a cop and put away a serial killer by planting evidence, so John's morally conflicted. Now, Dwight and Al are out on scout duty. Long story short, they find a building infected with the bubonic plague, and turns out the roof is a landing pad for Civic Republic helicopters. Yeah, remember in Season 5, Al met one of their pilots who crashed, and even though she was supposed to shoot her on sight, they ended up making out. And this is her in that helicopter. The forbidden romance continues. And speaking of romance, who does Dwight find here? But Sherry, his long-lost wife, finally reunited after a love story that started on The Walking Dead Prime. So they begin their forever honeymoon, but it's rudely interrupted by weirdos in masks. Turns out these are Sherry's new friends. They're the resistance against Virginia, and Sherry wants to help them take her down. One big problem, Virginia now has the SWAT truck, which gives her some pretty big firepower. But this gang has a horse-powered Fast and Furious heist. They get the SWAT truck back. But Sherry won't rest until Virginia's dead, and Dwight's like, hey, do you even know Virginia? Of course, it's not really about Virginia. It's about Sherry's own former oppressor, Negan. Sherry's heart is consumed by revenge, and until she gets it, she and Dwight are on a break. Meanwhile, this season, we've gotten hints of a new group who likes to graffiti the end is the beginning. And apparently they have a beached submarine. On the bounty hunter, Morgan found a mysterious key, and one day these guys track him down like, hey, that's our key, we hired him to get it for us. But Murder Morgan's not messing around, instantly kills these guys without asking questions. To the viewers who know they have a submarine, we can kind of assume that key's gonna launch a nuclear missile. But this end is the beginning crew has been sabotaging Virginia's settlements, and one day at Tank Town, the oil refinery, where Luciana was actually put in charge to give her character something to do, there's an explosion, and it looks like it was sabotage. Long story short, Virginia winds up stuck with a zombie, gets bit on the hand. She's gonna amputate to stop from turning, but June's in there with her like, hey, you're the bad guy, I should let you die. But Virginia's like, wait, am I the bad guy? I haven't even done anything all that bad. And it's like, yeah, I guess you're right, I will save you. But John Dorie doesn't approve. He's like, Virginia's corrupt, and June's like, look, it's the best we gotta change things from the inside. But John's having a crisis of conscience, what's he gonna do? Meanwhile, Strand was put on babysitting duty, but Dakota just loves to run away. He recruits Alicia to help him find her, since she's already kind of adopted this one preteen Charlie. Long story short, they're kind of kidnapped by this crazy guy who claims not to be crazy, but definitely is crazy. He's grafted antlers onto these zombies. But in the end, Morgan comes to save him. He's he's like, hey, Dakota's a great bargaining chip, we'll trade her for the rest of our friends. But Alicia's bonded with this girl, she's like, we're not giving her back to her evil sister, we gotta protect her. And Morgan's like, fine, I'll just come up with some other plan. So John Dorie, having a crisis of the soul, goes back to his cabin and he's getting ready to kill himself. But he's rudely interrupted by his friend Morgan coming to crash here with the fugitive preteen. So John Dorie helps him kill some zombies so they can cross this bridge. But then John discovers that Dakota had the missing knife. She's the one that killed the ranger. Yeah, she was trying to run away and that guy stopped her. And John's like, yo, that's no excuse to kill people. But Dakota's kind of a little psychopath. She's like, killing people don't bother me. In fact, she shoots John Dorie. What? No, the best character on the show. Don't worry though, he's fine. He Titanics himself onto a door and floats down to his cabin where his nurse wife June is waiting to heal him. But what's this? Oh no, he bled out on the way down. He did die. He gets a zombie farewell with his wife June. It is heartbreaking. Now Dakota's not done dropping bombshells. She's got another secret. Turns out she was the mysterious person who healed Morgan so that he could survive and kill her sister. Morgan's like, dang girl, you got issues. But now Virginia wants her sister back. She's done messing around, lines up all of Morgan's friends, gonna execute him, including Grace, who is Morgan's pregnant girlfriend, although remember the baby's not his, and actually they're not even officially dating. So Morgan rides in to save the day, but he didn't bring Dakota to trade. In fact, he had no plan at all. So Virginia goes to Victor Strand like, hey, I want you to execute your old friends to prove your new loyalty. And Strand's like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I might, but I have a different plan. He's used his slick talking skills to get a bunch of the Rangers on his side, and it's mutiny against Virginia. In the chaos, Morgan got out with Virginia. It's like, by the way, why does your little sister hate you so much? And the truth is, I don't know. There's basically no good reason, but Virginia has a secret, because Dakota's not her little sister. She is her daughter. So Morgan feels bad for her now and gives her a tour of Morgan's Hidden Valley, which is really coming along pretty well. But Strand and the Rangers want Virginia dead, as does Sherry and her baby mask friends. So to keep the peace, Morgan has to execute her, but he Jon Snows it. He lets her live. He's like, look, Virginia's defeated. We don't have to kill her. In fact, he dramatically thrusts his stick axe into the ground. Let this be a symbol that I don't kill people again. But June wants revenge for John's death, and she's not going to kill a kid, but she will kill Virginia, who is tangentially guilty, I guess. And June shoots her. Whoa, hardcore. And so life is good at Morgan's Hidden Valley. All of our friends are back together, including the most important character, Skidmark the cat. Yes, he survived. But wait a minute, what about this End is the Beginning crew? Well, just as they're meeting about them, boom, a bomb goes off. Not in the tent, which would have killed them all, but right outside where no one was hurt. There's a mystery when someone steals all the guns, and Daniel thinks it was Strand. He's still pretty mad at Victor for shooting him in the face back in season 3. But turns out they find the missing guns in Daniel's shed. He's like, I don't remember stealing them. And instead of assuming whoever planted the bomb also set Daniel up, they're like, hey man, sorry, you're getting old. I guess you got the dementia. Eventually, some of our crew finally tracks down the End is the Beginning group, who are living in a cool bunker. Alicia's like, whoa, I've already been on a show with bunkers and nuclear apocalypses. Am I really doing this again? But for now, they're pretending they want to join the group, and it's very quickly apparent they're a cult. They've got a zombie tied to a tree. It's like, hey, look, from Death springs life. The end is the beginning. Alicia's like, yeah, mind blown. Now remember Wes, who spent season 5 painting trees with Alicia. He sees the artwork here and he's like, oh, I recognize that, because that's the art style of his long-lost brother. It's like, hey bro, so glad you found us. You're gonna love it here. We have this awesome plan to nuke all of Texas and rebuild from the ashes. Wes is like, bro, that's a terrible idea. You've been brainwashed into a cult, and pretty soon when they take the group prisoner, Wes has no choice but to, fight with his brother, push him into the tree zombie. So our crew makes their escape through a room full of embalmed zombies, and Alicia's like, you guys go, I'll hold him off. It's like, oh, actually, you don't have to. The door's right here. We can all just walk out right now. I said you guys go, I'm gonna hold him off. And so Alicia lights the match, drops it in embalming fluid, sacrifices herself to save the group. She survives though, she's fine, and now she gets to meet the head honcho, the big cult leader, Teddy. He's got a charismatic way of talking and the kind of beard where you just gotta trust this guy. Meanwhile, Grace has a whole dream episode where she meets her future grown-up daughter. She gets to see old man Morgan and the bright future he's built at Morgan's Hidden Valley, which now has horses, so it's Morgan's Hidden Valley Ranch. In reality though, she was hit by a car bomb and is in bad shape. The End is the Beginning crew is here for that key, but Morgan's not messing around. He kills him even with the stick. He doesn't kill this guy though, so he comes back with the one thing that can defeat a stick, a gun. So Morgan gives up the key, and right now Grace is going into labor, but the happy future she dreamt is not coming to pass because her daughter is stillborn. Sad. Meanwhile, June is out by herself hunting the End is the Beginning people for some reason. She comes across an RV where it seems like someone else is tracking him down. Yeah, it's a grumpy old man. Things start out rocky between them, but when he sees John Dorie's old pistols, he's like, hey, what are you doing with my pistols? What? No way. This is John Dorie Sr. And turns out the serial killer he planted evidence on to get convicted before the zombie apocalypse is Teddy. Wow, Texas is a really small world. Now they still have Alicia prisoner, and one day some new recruits come in, including young Dakota. She's like, yeah, nihilist death cult, nuke everyone, go out in a blaze of glory. I'm kind of feeling it. And she really likes Teddy because he listens to her when she talks and pretends to care, so she quickly becomes fiercely loyal. As for Alicia, Teddy locks her in a bomb shelter by herself for an unspecified part of the plan. She's gonna be the beginning. And now they've got the nuclear key keys, it's the final showdown, we gotta stop that launch. Morgan and Strand fight their way through the zombie-infested submarine, but at the end, there's just too many of them. Strand's like, hey, Morgan, you're willing to sacrifice yourself for the group, right? Morgan's like, yeah, of course, but why? And Strand's like, well, 'cause I'm not. And he kicks Morgan into the zombies. Sorry, bro, no hard feelings. But Morgan miraculously makes it out of there, which is now super awkward. But after all that, they're still too late, and the nukes are launched! This is really happening! No, apparently that one missile actually had like 12 nuclear mini-missiles in it, and they refused to say what the actual targets were, but basically most of Texas is getting wasted. And Morgan's back in mercy mode, since there's no way to stop it now anyway, he lets Teddy go. So all of our characters are scrambling to get somewhere safe. Daniel thought he heard someone broadcasting safe coordinates, but everyone still thinks he's got dementia, they don't believe him. This guy comes with Teddy's right-hand man, who's now apparently confessed where a safe place is, but on the way there, Daniel hears him talk about how they're gonna rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and later this guy also mentions a phoenix. So Daniel makes a bold move, he grabs the gun and blam, shoots that guy right in the head. It's like, yeah, they both said phoenix, he was undercover with the end as the beginning. Luckily, Daniel's instincts were right, they were leading them right to an epicenter. So with no better options, they followed Daniel's mysterious radio voice, and turns out he was right, cause flying in to evacuate him is a Civic Republic helicopter. Yes, apparently Al got in touch with her girlfriend and they made a deal, so actually a bunch of our characters going inside the Civic Republic? Victor Strand, running for safety, finds this random guy's cool penthouse apartment where he's stocked with booze, so not a bad way to end the world. Sherry, faced with nuclear annihilation, realizes she shouldn't be harboring vengeance in her heart, but should open it up to her love with Dwight. And luckily, these two find a basement where some end is the beginning people are hiding. It's like, yeah, screw you guys, that basement's ours. Morgan is still in the sub, pressing random buttons, but Grace comes down like, hey man, that's not gonna work. And these two finally share their first kiss, and they figured, let's go out on this high note, they're gonna kill themselves. But what's that noise outside? The random mom with the baby Morgan breaks her leg, so to get her kid to safety, she ties herself to the dog, then stabs herself. What's this crazy plan? Because zombies don't mind walking on broken legs. Wow, it actually works. Dog MVP. As for Teddy, he and Dakota found a spot with a nice view for the end of the world, but John Dorie Sr. finally catches up to him. Dakota's gonna protect her new mentor, but it's like, yo kid, he's been lying to you. He's not gonna go out in a blaze of glory. There's a bunker right here. He's gonna crawl in at the last minute. What? This creepy older guy lied to me to get my trust? So as John Sr. and June get into the bunker, Dakota turns her gun on Teddy and shoots him. What a crazy kid. And now the time is here. The bombs are dropping. Boom! Apparently Dakota was standing close enough. She's instantly disintegrated. Whoa! Miraculously, all of our characters found safety in bunkers. But Morgan does not have a bunker. He does the best he can and dives under this truck. And I guess he was far enough away from the explosions. That's good enough. He's fine. Victor Strand ready to face the end. But wait, actually, the explosion stops right across the street. Dang, it's pretty lucky. In fact, Strand takes this as a sign, not that he should change his way and become a better person, but that his ruthless will to survive is a good thing. He's gonna keep on doing what he's doing. And so, Morgan and friends have survived for now, but Texas is gonna be a nuclear wasteland. Next season, it's Fallout: The Walking Dead, and that's how season 6 comes to an end. After that explosive Season 6 finale, what's gonna happen in Fear Season 7? Sign up for AMC Plus, the best way to watch this new season of Fear the Walking Dead. Catch the premiere and every new episode 1 week early. And if you haven't already watched the first 8 episodes of The Walking Dead Season 11, now's the time to sign up and binge through those. This is the biggest year ever for The Walking Dead universe. The World Beyond Season 2 is airing right now, so click the link in the description now to sign up for AMC Plus and enjoy Fear Season 7 and the entire Walking Dead universe. If you like this recap, hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies. And if you loved this recap, check out the join button and support the channel as a member.